Before there was anything, there was nothing. And before there was nothing, there were monsters. Besides giving myself throat cancer, I want to talk about Sweet Home. Not Sweet Home Alabama. I'm talking about the webcomic that was published a couple years ago at this point, and Sweet Home is technically finished, but they're working on a new kind of like sequel in the works. Without further ado, we kind of start off with the main character's family, or the lack thereof at this point. The main character's family ends up dead, and right off the bat, our main character seems very unlikable. He's a shut-in, he was bullied in the past, and basically that's kind of warped his mentality for a minute, and basically he just can't cope with society and kind of relatable with social anxiety. But either way, in the beginning he even complains that his family didn't leave him enough in their will, which is pretty despicable, if you ask me. But throughout the series, he does change, but I don't want to spoil anything. Basically, he realizes that off of $3,000, so he decides to sell the house and move to a pretty rundown apartment complex. Yeah, the main character wanted to off himself on a certain date, and that's kind of stemming from his trauma he had suffered from bullying. Surprisingly, he really doesn't seem like he wanted to off himself because his family died. It's just that he got in this bad situation. He mentions he did not like his family a lot in the manga in the beginning. Our main character then gets a notification on his phone saying that his ramen delivery has arrived. So he goes outside and investigates it, and he notices his neighbor is eating his food, which is so bizarre. As he enters his neighbor's apartment, he sees this sort of hand pop out, and then he gets frightened off and runs back to his own apartment. While in his own apartment, he hears knocking at the door, and it's the neighbor lady. And she sounds normal though, which is odd. And she asks our main character for help, and our main character is actually pretty smart and says, "Hey, can I see your arm first?" And then all shit starts breaking loose. She deforms into this monster who says that she wants to eat him because she's starving. From this point onwards, Sweet Home goes into more of a survival/psychological horror manga, into where our main character is trying to survive but also fight his inner demons. And it's not just our main character who is good in manga, it's the supporting cast, or the other characters I should say, who are really, really good in making this whole manga/webtoon come together. And honestly, it's a 9.8 out of 10 for me. No sarcasms. But for real though, I'd recommend anyone who is slightly interested in psychological horror anime or manga to watch it. And it kind of reminds me of the alternate analog horror, where it's really cool. I won't go into too much detail for this review. It's more of a non-spoiler for this one, but yeah, I'll do a spoiler kind of filled-ish review later. And thanks for watching. You guys are amazing, and I hope you guys enjoyed.